Well, good morning, boys and girls. It's 9:30 on, what the hell is the date today? Oh, it's like the 27th, I think. February's almost here. February 1st is my birthday, imagine that. I'll be a year older fart. 50 years old, what an old fart. February 2nd is Groundhog Day. It's a big deal around here. We're only about 10 miles from Punxsutawney. So this big fat fuzzy rat will come out and tell everybody what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Oh well, they make a big deal of it anyway. All the partiers go down there, all the college kids get drunk. That's okay. Bring some money in the old town of Punxsutawney. It's a cute little town. If anybody ever feels like visiting it, it is a nice little town. Kind of laid back. But anyway, we're going down through this TSI block we've been working on. Give you an idea, just panning around, how nice it looks down through here. Pretty happy with the way it come out. Landowner loves it. He's already got more stuff for us to do in mind here. So. Yeah, I got a big old ugly poplar that fell in the draw here. I'm going to fish it out, see if I can salvage anything. Pretty ugly. Try to get a piece of wood out of that dandy. Woo, that's a beauty. The rest of it, I don't even know if it's worth bothering with. It's all hollow. Big nasty. I'll see. Maybe I can get something out of it. Got away from Dano and fell in the dang drawer here. Figured I was going to buy it. He said, "You can get that one, old man." I'll try. Yeehaw. Oh, look at somebody. Look, we got a video of that auto car running. The bottom of that's all hollow. I'm just gonna leave it there. Make a good critter dead. Yeah, that auto car, my son-in-law Jeffrey, it's actually my nephew, and I don't know, I guess it's not really a partnership, they're just kind of independent, but they work together. They haul water up in Rhode Island, potable water, swimming pool water, stuff like that. But because it's seasonal, so a lot of winters they come down and haul for us. It works out good, keeps it busy. And it's great because Mammy and I get to have the grandbabies with us in the winter. My daughter homeschools the oldest girl there, she's 6. And the other two are like, I don't know, 5 and 2. And we get to have them with us in the winter. It's wonderful. Makes it fun. We get to watch those little grandbabies grow up. We got a big old, like, 8-room farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. And it's just me and Mammy now, so we got lots of room. We got like 3 spare bedrooms. So we got plenty of room. And then my nephew keeps their house going in the winter up in Rhode Island. They live along the beach up there. It's pretty nice where they are. But it's seasonal business what he's doing. He's also a respiratory therapist and was working in different hospitals, but with the Obamacare mess, that's all up in the air. They were cutting his hours and everything else. So it's like, well, keep your truck running and be self-employed all year. It's such a joy. Anyway, I got some over here I got to shovel up, bunch up for the skidders. As you can see, we got a lot of these steep draws in here that I'm not going to even attempt to run a skidder on. So just bring a tractor in here, sit here and bust this stuff up. Bunch of skidders. Here, I'll show you. Stupid coffee keeps falling over. Gotta have my 14 gallons of coffee every morning. it. What's that? 8 months? 9 months? 1st of May, I'd say. So hey, that's a major accomplishment. I can't give up cigarettes and coffee all the same year. That would be too much to ask for. So, but I suppose cigarette idea is probably a good idea to give up. Since I've had quadruple bypass surgery, I had 3 stents with my kicker here. Oh, last July. Stupid bypass surgery I had collapsed. I asked the doctor if I plugged it all up. He said no. He says, because I've been trying to watch it. I'm not very good at it, but I try. But no, he said the vein spasm just kind of collapsed. I said, oh, that's nice. That was a lot of fun to go through for nothing. That was 4 years ago. Makes me feel sympathy for the old folks who had it done, because I was 46 and it kicked my ass. I was like, I was back to work in 3 weeks, but I'm telling you what, I didn't feel right for 6 or 8 months. That really whoops you back. But anybody who needs it done, don't hesitate. It's not the end of the world. It really wasn't painful. It just whooped you for energy. I mean, it felt like it was on a recovery from a flu or something. You know how you're all tired, shaky, and wobbly, and wow. So this is how we do this. We fish them up out here like this, and throw them right in the road here for the skidder to get them. It's just easier, like I said. You can imagine how hard these would come up out of here. And I'm not even really touching the ground. You know, just my tracks are sitting there. The trees are coming way up over the top of the ground. It's almost, like I said before, it's almost as good as high-lead logging. I mean, it's almost a necessity in here, because if you had a yarder, these little drawers, there's so many of them, they're steep, but they're kind of short. And I don't know, you just have to set a yarder up 40 times to get anything done, because you clean up a road quick. So with this, you kind of, as you can see, he threw the tops up to me, and I can just, usually I break them like that so I can see what I'm doing, see some of the brush out of the way. So here's a birch top. The first few are kind of a bitch to get at, because they'll be tangled up, but once you start moving stuff, it's like Lincoln logs, you know, they start to come out of the mixture there, out of the cluster, you know what, right? And it starts getting a little easier. I got things too crooked for anything, so I'm just going to mow it off the brush pile. And like I say, some little critter will make a whole lot of brush pile. Small game love it. Rabbits, groundhogs, squirrels, freaking foxes. Some of these on hunting clubs, you know, small game guys, they love the brush piles, little critters all gather in there, and they send the beagles in. The beagles all go around the brush pile barking and outrun the rabbit. Pretty much a sure thing, you know. The only problem with doing this way, it's hard to see. It's easier doing it from the bottom where you get a hold of the butts and you can see what you're doing. And of course, it's much easier. You just touch them and they want to come down the hill. The stuff you're dragging them back up. But it works, and it's just harder to see because you're looking down through these tops. So you got to watch out for jabbing your hydraulic lines and stuff like that. Like I say, the only other way to really do this would be, you know, your hand felling this and just dump it wherever you can get it to go, mainly down the hill. You try to cut the trees across the hill if you don't want them to go down the hill, you know, so they don't jump the stump and go an extra 100 feet, right? If you're working off the bottom road, you would want to jump them and make them go down to the bottom road. I did that for years. That's hard work. I mean, man alive, I tell you what. You guys know, any of you guys logging, watching this, you know, that is brutal work. And to the layman who don't know what I'm talking about, you take a 150 foot or 125 foot roll of cable, and most of that, like 5/8 switch cable, and that's, probably a couple hundred pounds of cable, and you got, half of that weight or a third of that weight on your shoulders, slinging it over your shoulders, dragging it up or down through the brush, and then you got your chokers. If you're running, we always use choking chains, so you have 3 or 4 chokers with you. There's another 100 pounds. It's just brutal, hard work doing that. And then you drag them all down, throw your chokers through the trees, set your chokers, walk back up the hill, get in your machine, and wind the cable in. And if you're lucky, your chokers don't fall off, but usually they do. So you gotta get back out, walk back down the hill. And I'm talking this stuff steep. Man, the camera doesn't do it justice. If you were walking down this hill right here, like where I'm sitting kind of at the top right now, but if I go down over that thing, I mean, I won't be able to stay in the seat of this machine. It'll throw me up against the windshield. And I mean, walking on it, you would be pretty much, you'd pretty much be kind of like almost leaned into the hill, so and dig your shoes in sideways, your boots, like you were skiing on a side hill, so you'd be leaning back in again the hill, so you didn't like just take off and roll down the hill. Because if you roll down the hill, chances are you ain't gonna get woed till you hit the bottom, and chances are it's gonna hurt. So anyway, hard work, really, really hard work. You know anybody who's a logger, who's cable logging, show the man or the woman, whatever, some respect, because let me tell you right now, they ain't afraid to work. It's a lot of work. It's fun work, I mean, but it's hard work. So we got a little easier. I did that gig for, I don't know, a long time, 20 years or whatever, I guess. I've been doing this for 35 years. Believe it or not, I started when I was actually about 14 years old. Cutting pulpwood, well, firewood mostly, but same thing, smaller wood, clearing house lots. Then I did some work for some local native sawmills up in New England. Bought my first skidder when I was 17, so that's all I've ever done. But I must confess, this is pretty nice. Like I was explaining the other day, the only way to make any money at this low-end junk that we do is to just mass produce it. So we provide a pretty important service. Cleaning up all this garbage and utilizing it for something. It doesn't go to waste. That's good. Alright, I'll leave everybody alone. Go drink your coffee. Watch a video. Give us a like. Go check out Logger Wade's page. He's awesome. He gave us a really nice shout out there that helped our numbers, because nobody knows where we are. It's Mammy Logger. That's my wife. It's her channel. We just thought that would be cute because the kids call her Mammy. Because they call me Pa. So, anyway, Mammy Logger. The channel, it's called Stump Jumper Videos. So check them out. Give us a like. Kind of fun doing this. It's kind of a good way to get my message out. Well, I've been doing it. So whatever. I'm kind of wondering if I should do some rants about some things that have been bothering me, but I don't want to piss people off. So I don't know. I'm trying to keep this end of it fairly clean so people will let their kids watch the videos and learn something. So I don't want to get too I'll just say colorful. The guy made a comment the other day about videos were pretty good, but they weren't as colorful as Wade's, which is true. And I love watching Wade's stuff. He's just comical. I just watch him. Just laugh my butt off. I mean, to be honest with you, it's more entertaining, I think it would be for anybody than watching these stupid television shows, these stupid sitcoms. Like, Wade's just cool. I mean, the kid's good at what he does, very good at what he does, and he's a good family man. He's got a beautiful family. The kids are adorable, and I just like watching him. He's cool, good guy. But you know, he lets it fly every now and then, and I believe me, do that too. But I was thinking about doing some separate rants about some stuff that just, I don't want to get too political, but just drive me insane. And of course, being a political season, we're always figuring about this stuff. But I just don't like the nanny state. Seems to be more and more of it.